It is a crisp, cool fall afternoon, and we've got football from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Detroit Lions. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Goff. Open man is Quintez Cephas. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The NFC's Pro Bowl punter a year ago, Jack Fox, on to punt for the Lions. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Frank's throw taken in by Adams. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Franks. And that is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
So, Charles, a tough task for this defense facing the league's leading passer to this point in the season. Certainly a front runner in MVP consideration right now. What can they do to slow him down?
Well, there's so many different ways that they can go, and I'll guarantee you that defensive staff went through all of them this week in preparation. But bottom line, they want to avoid giving up the big play. They're going to play what they call top-down defense and make sure no one gets behind them.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. The Franks looking to throw. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. Touchdown! Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a play fake, and it's gone.
Will find Bryant is tight end. It's complete.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Goff, a handoff here to Swift. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Here's Jack Fox now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field.
That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in.
Now that's a dangerous throw right there. Moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm, but sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate it was just incomplete.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
55 is mine, guys. 55.
Franks now.
And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Lions will take over. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on the 9 over there. You're on the 9. 16. Let's go for the side. Lock tight.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Out of the gun, Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
He'll fire it deep for Rager.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland.
Jalen Rager,
82 yards. And the Browns were able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
On third down, here's Williams. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a fourth down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the Cardinal.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 98 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
66 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll try the air now with Goff. And this one is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out. And a 5-yard penalty. That's going to set them back 5 yards. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down.
On the draw, Goff will give this to Swift.
And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They'll run here with Swift.
And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I'm going back to you. Super one, super one. Watch a slack, watch a slack, watch a slack.
From the gun, here's Goff. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated.
They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Will Harris. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Goff on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Again, he was looking for Davante Adams, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. Swift. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Swift again. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. Setting up play action. Franks. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Gets through and now an opening. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 127 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Eluding the pressure right. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Goff. Flush to his right. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Swift. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on. EA Sports. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Working out of the gun, Franks. Looking deep for Adams. And got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Devontae Adams. 78 yards. And the Browns look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Amon-Ra St. Brown going to bring it out of his end zone. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Greg Newsome, a 1st-round pick back in April, there to make the tackle. Off play action. Here's Goff. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it. Unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. Here comes the Lions punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. And now the rookie's free. The fake punt works to absolute perfection. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Whoa. He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Looking deep for Adams. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to...
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Devontae Adams, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page, because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Play action. It's gone. He'll buy some time right. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. The Lions on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Steps away to his left. Out left side here to Bryant. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The fullback dive held up short, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there. And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal,
shut it down for 2 yards or less, that's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Buying time to his left. And oh, he coughed it up. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. He's going to let it fly.
Yet again, Goff is intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Reed.
And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Looking deep for Adams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
We go tonight. 180. Quarterback super. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. Mike's 22, Mike.
One last throw here for Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.